Hi, brothers and sisters. I have two dreams that I want to share with you here in the past week. Last night, I had a dream of I was in this house and it had many different levels in it. And me and a few people were running around this house, and the house was destroyed, and this huge, I don't know, grizzly or black bear was trying to attack us. And I remember it was chasing us around, and I remember standing in a doorway, like from a living room or something into a sitting room. And this bear was just trying to get at us and me and these people, and we were throwing whatever we could in the way to keep this bear from getting us. And I remember standing in the doorway, and there were these dividers, I think. They were like little walls or partitions, and I kept putting, because I knew this bear was going to get to me. It was so mad, so upset, and just it wanted to attack me and these other people. But I grabbed this partition and put it in front of me. It was like metal or something, like a little wall or something, and it ripped it away from me. And then I looked over to the right, and I grabbed this other thing and put it between me, and it pushed up against me and rammed me, and the only thing in between us was this little flimsy partition thing, and we both I fell back, and the bear fell on top of me, and the partition, I was looking through the top of this little, it was almost like a shade. It was weird. It was made out, I noticed that it was made out of, like bamboo. It was made out of bamboo. And it was between me and this bear. And as your first reaction is to shut your eyes, like, as you're falling back. And when I opened my eyes, I could see through the top of these bamboos, like it came up to our necks. And the bear had turned into a man. And I was looking at his face, and the fear began to just come out of me as I looked at this man's. Well, actually, we weren't men. It was like I wasn't even a woman. I was a boy. Okay, I know this sounds weird. I was probably like 13 or 14, and this bear had turned into a 13, 14, we were like prepubescent boys, I guess. And he was looking into my face, and he was so mad. And on the side of his face, I noticed he had foundation on. This is really weird. He had foundation on, and on the side of his face, he had not, I guess you could say, blended it right to his hairline. You could see there was a thick line of it where he just forgot to keep spreading it. And so I took my finger and I said, let me fix that for you. And I put my hand up. His face was so close to mine. I put my hand up with my finger, and I started blending it. I said, let me fix your foundation. And let me fix your foundation. And I as I woke up, there was a couple more parts of the dream, like I was standing in the kitchen and stuff, but I can't remember that at all very clearly or what the situation was. But when I woke up, I knew that I represented America and the bear represented Russia and some type of political something. And if you notice that, it's really weird how the partition between us was the bamboo. I've had other dreams about bamboo and it represented China. So I think this is on a political field here. And with all these sanctions going on and China trying to come over there now, and all these things have developed, let's see, in the past few days. And Iran is over there in the Persian Sea, telling America to kick rocks, basically. They have no rights over here or over there. And let's see, Russia has their ships out there right now in the Mediterranean. I had a vision about a woman sitting on a porch. She was in the Mediterranean and she was snapping peas into a basket. And the woman started out beautiful, but then she began to wither away. And I never realized what that meant, but I believe it's war. It represents America over there, the Navy and the military. And America starts out wonderful and then it withers away. And of course the bear is Russia and America, and the bamboo's China. I mean, we have all these countries over there. I mean, when you look at everything that's happening, you could see that the world stage is being set for war. Never in the history have I seen so many people, military leaders, are meeting every day. They're making plans. They say they're talking about money and stuff. Well, of course they are. They want to kill us all, you guys. They don't care. I had a dream about all these world military leaders meeting at a table, and they were going to trade us like produce. And I remember watching this meeting, and they didn't care if innocent people died. They didn't care. It was all about money and getting rid of us. And I just thought it was weird how I said, let me fix your foundation, to this boy that used to be a bear. That was a bear. He was a grizzly bear seconds before attacking me. Oh, and I told him, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And his face went from angry and upset, and he even had tears in his eyes too. His face went like he smiled at me. Like, that's all I wanted was an apology. That's right. I forgot about that. And that's when I said, that's when I apologized, when I was fixing his foundation. So I don't know if that's something that, because I've had dreams about Putin where it doesn't seem like he wants to hurt anybody, but he's like backed into a corner. Like America's egging this on purpose. And okay, so then my next dream I had was a few nights ago. It was really short, and in the dream I was I was on my grandma's ranch. So if you've ever heard about me talk about my grandma's ranch, it represents the rapture and the start of the tribulation, because I've seen the rapture and the start of the tribulation happen on this ranch. And everything I dream about on this ranch is tribulation. And in real life, when I was a kid, my mother and me had pulled a 20-foot travel trailer. It was a little white travel trailer on my grandma's ranch. And it was on the side of this little hill, and you could look out over the hill and see the creek we had and see all the acres in the back. like a huge field and stuff, and you could watch the sun go down right there on the hill, and it was so beautiful to watch it, the sunset. Well, in the dream, I was back in this trailer, and I was looking out a window like this. There was a little window in the back overlooking the hill, and I looked out this little window, and the sun was just about to set. It was about to go down. It was disappearing. And the light was casting in through the trailer onto me, and just glowing up my arms with the light of the sunset. It was just casting in the back of this trailer. And that was the end of the dream. But one of the first dreams that I ever had was, I started out that I was in this trailer as a child that I used to live in. And in the dream, the Lord came in to this trailer. The trailer represents Rapture, you guys. It's your temporary dwelling place. And he came in and he said, "Are you ready to go?" And I said, "Yeah, let me batten down some hatches first." And I reached up into a cabinet and pulled out a picture of myself in this dream. And on the bottom it said 4/11/11/11/11. And it was a picture of me sitting next to a campfire with cooking utensils. Little did I know that the Lord was showing me that I was going to be cooking the Word, the meat of the Word. And then I put the picture back up, shut the little cubby, turned around to the sink, and on the sink there was a bag with 4 ducks in it. Or 3 ducks. There were 3 ducks. And I opened that bag and I smelled it, and it was still good. Me and my husband were going to eat those later. And the ducks is Draco, and which means dragon. And so I walked outside, shut the door, and the white trailer in real life from my childhood, in the dream, it was hooked up to a blue diesel truck. And my husband was waiting in there. Jesus was waiting in there. And when I walked outside, it was completely dark. It was drizzling rain. The rain was starting to flood a little bit. And I noticed as I was walking to the cab of the truck, the rain was coming up halfway to up the tires. And I thought, we need to get out of here. So I hopped in the truck, and the Lord said, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "All right, let's go." And that was the end of that scene. The next scene was about Sherry. I dreamed about Sherry before I even met her. And the next scene was, I was walking down a road, and there in the bushes was a leopard. Now, this leopard was putting on, I know it sounds weird, but I could see him in the street light. It was that dark. And he was in the bushes, and I was afraid. I thought he was going to charge me or attack me, but he didn't. He started to put on a leotard, a pink leotard with a tutu, and he stretched out his back leg, and I could see he had pink ballerina slippers on. Now, the leopard with the pink tutu, that is the Antichrist. That represents peace, I believe. Pink represents peace. So we're looking at the peace treaty here. Now, yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before, I saw that there were 2 twin leopards born. I saw an article about that, or a YouTube video about that, and I was like, what? And they said that they were showing that one of the baby leopards was natural colors, spotted, and the other one came out black. And I thought that was kind of weird. I don't know if that was, I call it a marble because, I don't know, I just call it a marble, or, a little yellow brick road type of information, pay attention type of information, But that was my dream. So I'm in my childhood trailer in the stream, and we didn't live there for that long. It was really temporary. But I looked out the back window. The sun was setting. It was almost going down. It was shining through the window at me. And that looking out a window represents prophecy. So I think the sun is almost going down, you guys. I think the tribulation is so close. And it was the same trailer I was in my rapture dream with Jesus. And then, of course, the bear attacking with the bamboo wall in between. And I don't know, there's some kind of Trump and Putin and China thing going on right now. All these sanctions. And I think it's just a matter of time before war breaks out. Anyway, I want to share that with you guys. And I hope you have a blessed day today.